I was approached, and me and Coach Baxley were approached by Ms. Pinkerton to kind of give you guys a back-to-school prep speech or video or whatever. And of course, Coach Baxley would decline the invitation, so it's just me. Sorry. I want to stand up here on stage because this podium is really cool. So just saying. Just in case some of you don't know me, I'm Tommy Wimberly. I graduated from Bauxite in 2008, which was 10 years ago, which is pretty amazing. If you would have asked me 10 years ago, if I would have been standing in front of a group of people who helped influence my life the way you guys have, and I'm trying to get through this without getting emotional, but I would have told you were lying, because just a quick background about me. Like I said, I graduated here 10 years ago. I grew up in a low socioeconomic class family. My mom referred to it as dirt poor. Parents were drug addicts and alcoholics. We lived in a single wide trailer, 2 bedrooms, with its fair share of holes in the floor. The only thing that held it together was rats, roaches, and termites. And with that living situation, you can imagine the type of student I was.
You can do it, Tom.
You know, we all have those students in our classrooms that sometimes don't have the best living situations, or the best home life, or the odds are always stacked against them, or however you want to look at it. And I was one of those students. You know, I was that student that stunk in the back of the class. I was the one that wore the same pair of clothes every single day for an entire year. I was that student that went to class every single day. You know, that one student that always shows up? That was me. That was me. Because I didn't know where lunch or breakfast were going to be my only meals that day. We had no running water in the bathroom, so I had to boil water on the stove to take a bath each and every day. So baths were few and far between. So y'all can imagine that type of living situation, what kind of impact it would have on me as a student. I wasn't the valedictorian candidate. I wasn't the 4.0. Matter of fact, I was on the complete opposite spectrum. I was diagnosed with ADHD early on, and it affected me in the classroom. But it's because of people like you sitting in this room right now who made a difference in my life. And that's a testament to you guys. Because not only was it a tough living situation and a tough situation in school, but I was that child who had his own child his junior year of high school. And despite all the hardships that I had, it was because of people like you. People like you who encouraged me. People like you who never gave up on me. It was people like you who told a little 6th grader, "You're going to be great someday." It's people like you who told that little 11th grader when he was having his child in the hospital, "Hey, you can overcome this situation. You can do it." If you ever had a part in my education, I want you to stand right now. If you don't mind, if you K through 12 all the way up, if you were a teacher, administrator, a lunch lady, a custodian, y'all give these people a round of applause. You know, in education, we have to make sacrifices every single day. And the sacrifices that we make impact more lives than you will ever know. Ever know. And one thing about being an educator is making those sacrifices, and you sometimes never see return. You sacrifice time with your family. You sacrifice your time and energy. You sacrifice money. and I know from firsthand experience, sometimes it seems like these kids, it's all for nothing. They're not understanding. They're not getting it. All this effort I'm putting in, all this stuff I'm sacrificing, they're not getting it. But I want to make a motion to you today to not think of it as sacrificing, but yet think of it as investing. Investing in these kids' future. Investing in our nation's future. That's what makes a difference. It's because of people like you who wake up and handle the stresses of life. We have to deal with cancer. We have to deal with depression. We have to deal with our kids not wanting to get up out of bed, but yet we put a smile on, we put our makeup on, and every single morning we show up at 7:30 and we're ready to make a difference in people's lives. That's what Bauxite is. That's what makes a difference. So when you go out there this year and you're doing your your lesson plans, when you're doing those lesson plans, I want you to think about that child in your class, those Tommy Wimberleys of the world, and how you can make a difference in their life, how you can make an impact. And I just want to thank Bauxite from the bottom of my heart. The coaches laugh at me and make fun of me all the time, but I take a tremendous amount of pride in this school district. I left a successful coaching job to come back here because I wanted to be a part of building something that was great. I wanted to bring this football program in this school back to something that hasn't happened here in 10 years. And it's because I take a tremendous amount of pride in Bauxite and this community, and I'm thankful and blessed to say that I'm part of this staff and this community. Thank you guys very much.